Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of the MI podcast. So, in this episode, we will cover about building a connection with your audience. Today, whether you are a brand or a celebrity or an influencer or a person in marketing or media, you want to create a connection with your audience. Without that connection, they are not going to come back to view your posts, your videos. There will be no engagement on any of your content. Uh, the purpose, I would say, of marketing is, engaging with the audience, attracting the audience for a certain call to action, and that only happens if in some way or the other they can arouse an action from the target audience. And so like I mentioned, all these people, everyone, they just want to create a genuine connection with the audience. So all the kinds of marketing, I would say all the pull kind of marketing that is there, that is the one you want, that the customers inquire about you and talk about you and advocate you. That is only happens when you build a connection with them and you touch their heart in some way, that they, for you, they do things like they recommend you also. It is with the performance of your product and service also, but I would say mainly it is with marketing, your messaging and all, how it's designed and how it's able to, let's say, elevate your page basically, and make it a kind of a sensation wherein they really feel for your product or service. So how do you do that in steps? How do you build this connection? There are a few steps that you have to follow, and you have to be, focused on how to approach this. So firstly is, that you do in marketing also is to understand your audience. First, you have shortlist in terms of what your audience is, what they do, what are their interests and all, and then you have a deep understanding of your audience. So within a deep understanding of your audience, you need to see what really appeals to them. When you make your customer personas, what do they like to see, say, online? What uh, shops do they like to visit to? What kind of content they like to see? What kind of books do they read? What kind of celebrities do they follow? So all these things in terms of the interest and where all they interact generally in the media is very important. And when you have this understanding, then it's like a process wherein you will kind of think. The more you understand how they are, you will be able to think like them. Next is you got to be very authentic in your approach. um, you have to be natural. You cannot try to copy someone you see who is popular online, or any brand or any celebrity or influencer. Have to have your own voice. Everybody has their own strengths from their background. They learn something, they come up in life and all. Good experience, bad experience, whatever it is, you should bring your own voice. Everybody wants your authentic self to come, a very pure version of you. People then relate with you if any of your vulnerabilities are there, or any kind of issues you had and how you overcome them and all that. That is very important. A positive winner story should be coming across in your thing, and something where um, you touch the audience basically. It's like, yeah, I could also relate with you or something. So that should come across in your personality as well as in your content. Then your engagement is very important with your audience, especially initially when you're coming up, emerging, because your numbers are less. I mean, you're not going to get that many comments or messages also from your audience. So it's easier to, so in that time, try to build it. Try to even make personal connects with your audience, so that those audience, once they have a very good experience in dealing with you, then they can advocate your content as well. So it's very important to engage. I mean, there are even strategies wherein you go to other people's content and like and share there, and there's a certain strategy that you use in novel in social media marketing, which has to be done if you are serious to grow your brand. You might have to follow this if you are not getting growth directly just by posting your content. So somewhere you will have to use these sort of indirect marketing methods also of engaging with other content creators, their popular content, and then so that their TG can come to your content also. But it's not that necessary if you are getting a good response from your content, a good this thing. It's better to just focus on your content, not like have out and out strategy of posting and all. Um, Focus on your content and engage with whatever happens with your audience. Most of people on social media, 99% are the people who are consumers. So as a consumer, if you're doing that's fine, but not as a strategical thing is a different thing. So I would suggest you engage with the audience, which going forward can become your consumers, and then as a all go down in your sales funnel. Awesome. So next you got to tell stories. You got to be a very good storyteller in when you're creating your content. So when you tell your stories, then in that particular that arouses an interest. Even a simple story, if it's told like from like your intro, your body, your conclusion and all, hook is there or something within it, or something which they could relate to in terms of situation they've also been through, they will take a lot of interest in it. So storytelling is quite important. Any kind of even if you're a gaming influencer and you're or going around logs, you can tell this a story of um, when you are one on one with the audience, because there are so many occasions, because when you as a content creator have so much time in front of the camera, there have to be parts where you tell interesting stories to your audience. This is the most important point about giving value. Always think of how can I give to the audience a value. Don't think about any that through this how many views I can get, or what all the clickbaity things I can make so that people click on my content come. It should be about providing value. And social media world, if you are giving extremely lot of value, then only you'll get something in return. Unless if you're very lucky, you can get hit the jackpot or something and you get a viral video or something. But most of the time is a continuous giving value to your particular audience, and then only will they give you. You give 100 things and in one in return you'll get something. Let's just say normal rule in social media. So continue, this should be done as an activity of self growth also. I'm talking about as a content creator, not as brand. And all brand have a lot of capital to put in advertising and to anyway increase their let's say engagement from all angles with money. But normal people with content who are not backed by money initially, you have to keep continuously providing value, and your focus should be that what kind of content is that that can inform them of something interesting. What can be that it will educate them of a certain concept. What can be that can say in the entertainment, entertain them in a way which really touches them, or they feel amazing about viewing your content in general. So you have to think in those ways how you can provide value, and then go ahead and do your thing. So, and lastly, I would say is the consistency. You most important thing, even I think above quality, it I would say the quantity in this in social media. That is the rule now. So be consistent, put continuously out of content. That is the concept of stories. Why would you feel any kind of stories people put and they're getting consumers? Because they are just consistent and all that. People just want to even if they're scrolling, like they want something, and that's how the algorithms work. So if you're consistent, you're posting a certain schedule, like 3 or 4 days a week, depends on what kind of stories or reels or long format content continuously, or short content continuously, then the algorithm rewards you, and also the people who are following you will reward you. Awesome. So thanks a lot. I think it's been a good session on building a connect with your audience. I feel from mine, what I would suggest you all is the connection with the audience. Say between a fan and a star, it's a very pure kind of relationship, right? Like, um, fan doesn't want anything much in return, and you're also providing it initially as you feel have a feel good feel. Any kind of content creator artist is he's mainly in it is because um, they enjoy that whole process, so this is a very pure kind of connection. And you, with these methods, if you are getting a lot of good connects, you have that star value in your content or personality, and you're seeing that impact with your audience, then I think these will kind of enhance it and take it to the next level, because any kind of artist would want a growth in it and more people to consume their particular art. So I think this is the way to go forward, if you take like a framework kind of thing. Thanks a lot. I'll see you. Thanks for your time. I'll see you. Take care.